In football, there is a certain type of manager who plays what you might call anti-football. Jose Mourinho and Diego Simeone sit right at the top of that list. These managers don't beat their opponents with good football or with a commanding scoreline. The moment they're ahead, they cool the game down and turn it into the kind of dull, sleep-inducing match we all hate watching. This has been going on for a long time, and it carried on for years. But as of the 1st of July, 2026, it has become a punishable offence in football. And the punishment is not a yellow card. It is something far stranger than that. Let's start with the throw-in, because most people underestimate what has happened here. If the referee senses a delay, he now starts a 5-second countdown that appears on the screen. In front of 80,000 people, if you exceed it, you don't get a warning, you lose the throw. The ball simply goes to the opposition. Now apply that same countdown to a goal kick. Your keeper is standing over the ball, wasting time, protecting a 1-0 lead. The countdown hits 0, and the restart is no longer a goal kick. It becomes a corner for the opposition. Read that again. A goalkeeper delaying his own goal kick can now hand the other team a corner. There is no equivalent to this anywhere else in the sport. Football has invented a punishment that turns your own defensive restart into an attacking set piece for your rival. But the rule that genuinely rewrites late-game management is the second one. Substitutions now carry a 10-second limit for the player leaving the pitch. Exceed that, and the player coming on is held on the touchline for a full minute after play restarts, which means your team plays with 10 men for 60 seconds, in the 89th minute, while protecting a lead. Think about what that does to a manager's brain. For decades, the late substitution was a tempo weapon. You bring a man off slowly, the noise in the stands dies, the opponent's rhythm breaks, and you walk away with 3 points. Now that same weapon can leave you a man short at the exact moment you least want it. And the third rule closes the final door. A player treated on the pitch cannot set foot back on for 1 minute after play resumes. This rule exists for one reason, and everybody knows it. The theatrical injury. The player who goes down clutching nothing, gets treatment, and comes back 30 seconds later having burned 90 seconds of match time. Now going down costs your team a man, so the injury has to be real, or your own side pays the price. Put all three together and you can see what has actually been built here. This isn't a set of rules about time. It's a law aimed at a specific philosophy of football, because there are broadly 2 ways to win a match. You can control the ball, or you can control the clock. Managers like Guardiola built empires on the first. Managers like Simeone built legends on the second. Atletico Madrid's identity for a decade was entirely the ability to take a match, cool it down, and suffocate it into a 1-0. Mourinho won trophies at 4 different clubs, doing something similar. These managers didn't cheat. They read the rulebook better than anyone else and lived inside its gaps. Those gaps are now closed. So who benefits? High-tempo teams who dominate the ball. Teams who want more football, not less. If your plan is to press, keep possession, and start 50% more phases of play than your opponent, these rules are a gift. Every second you gain is a second you get to attack in. And now, the part most coverage has missed. The clock still doesn't stop. This isn't effective time in the true sense. Football didn't switch to a basketball-style stopping clock. It did something cleverer. It left the clock running and made stopping the clock illegal. That's why the phrase effective time is slightly misleading. What actually happened is this. Dead time became expensive. But I'd be lying to you if I said this ends the dark arts. It won't. Every rule change in football history has followed the same pattern. You close one door and the coaches find another one. The exceptions in these rules are already out there. Genuine fouls, real collisions, blood, suspected concussion. Which means from now on, every player learns a single lesson. If you're going down, make sure there's contact. The rule doesn't kill the deception. It just forces a smarter version of it. So the real question isn't whether time wasting is dead. The real question is this: Can the managers who built entire careers on controlling the clock rebuild their identity in a game that no longer allows it? What do you think? Do these rules save football, or do they quietly outlaw a legitimate way of winning? Tell me in the comments. And subscribe, because the next one is going to be even better.